Hello and welcome to the Lobbycast, the official podcast for PreGameLobby.com. This is episode 190 for the week of October 15th, 2012. This week's episode, we're going to talk a little Call of Duty news. We're going to talk a little bit about Walking Dead. And this just in, Raul Ibanez strikes out. Yankee killer Raul Ibanez strikes out. And we're going to get a reaction from Brick.
Do we really have to talk about it?
Yes, you have the Yankee logo tattoo on your arm, so we do need to talk this over.
Wait, hold on. Do you really?
I think we do.
Oh, yes, he does.
Brick, let's see it. I've never seen this.
Oh, yeah, it's there. Oh, boy.
Oh, wow.
Hey, shout out to Just in Time joining us in the Ustream chat room. I am joined here by Jeff, Jordan, and Brick when I can mess with that anymore.
Well, I'll be a purple polecat. He does have the Yankees thing on his arm.
Yes, he does.
Hey, how about that? I like it.
Things I didn't. Sam, you got some schmutz in your hair. Yeah.
Hey-o.
Some schmutz.
Some schmutz.
Are you Mort Goldman now?
That's right. Oh, God.
Did you see the mob?
All right, let's talk movie releases with Brick.
All right. So there's not really a whole lot coming out this week that's great, but there's a few bright spots. For some of you who are a fan of horror movies, you might like Paranormal Activity 4.
Horror movies?
Horror movies.
Oh, no, wait. That's something different.
That is something totally different. But really, that's about it for movie releases this week. Sad to say, not a whole lot coming out this week as far as theaters are concerned. But Blu-ray releases, we have Avatar 3D Collector's Edition. Could be pretty good.
Dude, choke up on that big black thing in front of your mouth.
I'm gonna choke up on it.
All right. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, we need to edit that out.
Oh, wow.
And Mad Men Season 5, which I am a big fan of. Have not bought it yet, but I'm sure I will because I have a problem.
Yeah, you do.
But that is about it for Blu-ray releases and movie releases. Now, on to movie news with Jeff.
For this single item of movie news, and it's barely news at all, but we had spoken last week about an Expendables-type all-female cast movie that was underway, starring Katie Sackhoff and Gina Carano. And now, not to be outdone, such thing is possible. The company behind the actual Expendables and Expendables 2 has started work on Expendables.
You see how
clever.
So clever.
Which has no people starring in it yet. And, so there are going to be two of them. It's good. It's good.
Okay, I didn't realize that this was a rival project. I thought that that's what they were going to call.
Oh, no.
Oh, that is terrible.
Yeah, there are going to be two of these, and both competing for a very thin amount of female action heroes. I mean, we came up with quite a few, but only enough for one movie.
Yeah.
Not two. And now all these female action heroes will have to struggle with the decision. Which one of these terrible movies do they want to be in?
Oh, that's so bad. All right.
Yeah.
Brick, what do you have for TV news this week?
In the one piece of TV news, we have The Walking Dead drawing 10.9 million viewers. I certainly was one of them. Fantastic show.
Sam, what'd you think about the season 3 opener?
What?
I'm really not surprised by the success. I mean, it's definitely one of the most popular shows on television.
Yep.
Pretty much everybody I know watches it, except for one person in this room.
No. He's just not up to date.
Well, not up to date. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Cut me some slack.
Yeah.
Some shellac.
So, how do we feel about the show? The season opener?
Season opener, bueno.
Yeah. Solid.
Very, very solid.
There are a bunch of zombie killings going on.
Yeah.
Lots.
I liked it.
Oh, yeah. It is about time they have brought in Michonne into the series. Her badassness.
Sam, how you feel about Michonne?
I'm 100% behind her.
Yeah, you are.
I need to edit that out now.
Yeah, there's a lot. We may have to re-record this show.
Nope.
Nope.
Michelle.
Well, just in time, I have a question.
He had a question about
Did they
Walking
go through winter? I believe so. There seems to have been a passage of time.
There was references to winter, both in both groups that are being followed right now,
Yeah.
or in both storylines.
Yep.
Yeah, I think. Did they pass winter and they're going into spring? Is that what's?
Maybe they are going. Yeah, they are in early spring or maybe mid spring right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
And then it
Because
seems-
Herschel's talking about doing some planting and things like that. So
Yeah.
Right, and it seems like all of the seasons so far have taken place around that seasonal time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. There's definitely been a passage of time because Lori is all the way about
there's-
to pop pregnant.
So yeah, there's definitely a few months that go.
Yep.
Okay. Any other things that we want to talk about Walking Dead wise?
Yes, Justin. The map would have been, or the jail would have been on the map. The prison, absolutely, it would have been, unless it was strictly a topographic map.
Right, and maybe I'm going to say
Which is kind of what it looked like.
we could be talking dependent on what type of map it was, or how old the map was, or how old the jail was.
Maybe the zombies built it.
Yes,
It's entirely possible.
it is entirely possible. Absolutely.
It looked like a state penitentiary,
Mm.
a quite large place, not just a local jail.
You're a local jail.
It's definitely not a maximum security facility.
No, it's not like all the jails in Colorado.
No.
Ooh. Yeah, those places are scurry. right.
Indeed.
Moving on to video game news, Activision makes Call of Duty Elite free with Black Ops 2. There was, I want to say, 12 million people were subscribers to a version of Call of Duty Elite for the last game, Modern Warfare 3. 2.3 of those were the paid premium subscribers. They will eventually go to revert to the free service available. Looks like you can get the maps. You won't get the maps with this free version of it, but you can get them all. With the season pass,
Yeah.
it'd be about 4,000 Microsoft points, or about $50 for the 4 scheduled map
Save
packs.
$10.
Save $10.
You get one of them for free,
Yeah,
pretty much,
there you go.
That's not bad.
or almost one of them for free.
I think my purchasing of this game is going to be dependent on what Zombies looks like when I rent it.
Yep.
Zombies. And
Actually, it may be one of those things where you won't be able to play the rental copy online because you don't have the code.
Oh,
Yeah.
But you may be able to. Well, I don't know. Zombies is usually under multiplayer.
oh
Yeah, you may not be able to access Zombies from the rental copy. Just saying.
It's upsetting.
Yeah, it's like whenever I got the Future Soldier from Redbox.
Yeah,
Wasn't able to play online with it.
yeah. When
Pretty
I
lame.
got Battlefield 3, I couldn't put when I was working off of the Lobbycast's code, I couldn't put in my activation code because I didn't want to have to pay twice for that.
Yeah.
yeah, it's the same thing with my used copy of Battlefield 3. And then Seahawks has been trying to talk me into purchasing it. I'm like, for the one night I want to play it, I think I'll pass.
I will pass.
Well, isn't Battlefield 3 available at Redbox?
I do not know.
You have to check it out. Oh, but you wouldn't be able to play online.
Right, and that's what he's talking about.
Well, and
That's right.
that kind of defeats the purpose of Battlefield 3 because the single player is okay, but it's not
Yeah.
a reason to buy the game at all.
Yeah, agreed. Moving on in video game news, Microsoft, in their omnipotence and omnipresence, has decided to drop not just the regular ban hammer, but the permaban hammer. That's right, I said that. They caught people playing their pirated versions of Halo 4 while online.
They are so dumb.
You
for
are
reals.
right. You are so dumb for reals. You know what? If you're gonna play a pirated copy, do your thing. You're gonna post the legendary ending for Halo 4 online. Fine. You really should be smart enough if you're gonna have a pirated copy, not to play on your account online, right?
That's right.
If you're smart enough to get a hold of a pirated copy of Halo 4, you think you would have known better. So yeah,
Yep.
it's very important to not be dumb. That is all.
Don't be dumb.
Jeffrey, you want to wrap up the video game news for us?
That sounds like a heck of a plan. We got the Nintendo Wii and the Xbox 360 bundles have gotten a price cut. The Wii has dropped $20 down to $129.99, and the Xbox 360 bundles, including the Halo 4 limited edition bundles, have dropped to $50.
If I had that kind of money, I would totally have one of those.
The bundles are going for $250 to $350 now, rather than
$300
$300
to
to $400.
I would love a Halo 4 limited edition bundle.
Comes with 2 controllers too.
Yep.
Oh.
Swanky.
2 swanky Halo 4.
Yeah.
They light up and stuff.
They so fancy.
Yeah, if I didn't already have a terrible, not debt or anything, but if I wasn't, trying to work on making sure that all my bills are paid and things like that, yeah, I would buy that for myself.
Oh, sure you would. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Right, Brick? Seriously.
Seriously.
That hurts that I know about that now.
That's what. Okay, Jeff was looking at something online, and he had scrolled down to the end of this article, and it had a picture of the Halo 4 Xbox, and I was like, and he was like, oh, you weren't ready to see that, were you? And I was like, no, I was not ready because now it's all I think about.
That's funny.
I mean, it's cool to see them do that price drop, including some of those brand new bundles that are coming out. So
Yeah.
good for you, Microsoft.
Yes, indeedy. Well, I think that takes us to the weekly watches.
Watcha.
In record time.
Seriously, it's pretty close.
Start off with Brick. What have you been listening to?
Well, pretty much same as always, just a little bit of Mike and Mike in the morning, some shuffle, and this week I went back to the 90s, the little Tegan and Sarah.
I don't
Good
even
stuff.
know what that is.
I like Tegan and Sarah. Actually, did we have this conversation
I think we might have.
last Wednesday?
I think we might have had this conversation last Wednesday.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not with you.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it was just,
You were
it
not
was
in
just
the
Brick
room.
and I. Oh yeah, it was just Brick and I hanging out in the house.
Okay.
But
Just a couple of guys just hanging out.
Cook dinner togolik. That's all that was going on.
Nothing weird.
But Mike and Mike in the morning was pretty interesting this week. Golick,
What?
very animated about the Notre Dame Stanford game.
Really?
Well, yeah, because apparently he was getting a lot of flack from the Twitter followers because he defended.
Stanford won that one, right?
No, Notre Dame won that one.
Go Irish.
However, they may not have, but
Oh, because there's
really,
some controversy around
right? But
okay.
there's really no indisputable evidence to say that he got across the goal line. So I can see why the refs called it the way they did, but Golick and the other guy, the other Mike Greenberg, were defending the touchdown or defending the non-touchdown, and people were ripping them apart on Twitter for it.
There's a lot of Notre Dame haters out there, so I can see that you'll get that kind of response.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's just people need to stop taking this so freaking seriously. And I, with the Yankees tattoo, just said that.
Said the guy with the Yankees tattoo.
But anyway, that's what I've been listening to this week. What have you been listening to, Jordan?
This week, not so much, or maybe it's a little bit of listening and watching. I got the pleasure to go and see Taking Back Sunday and Bayside live. And Taking Back Sunday, and I think I probably mentioned it, is my all-time favorite band. And one of the musicians in there is my all-time favorite musician. So I got to be like 10 feet from this guy that,
Where'd they play at?
the Ogden.
Okay.
Cool.
So but granted, I'm still feeling the effects of being in that dance floor, as they call it, in the pit.
In the pit.
But yeah, I had such a great time. It was a really great show. It was the 10-year anniversary of their first album release. So it's really cool. A lot of fun. Really enjoyed it.
Nice.
So that's what I've been listening to. Maybe some of the national radio station on Spotify.
I like somebody in your Facebook post says, "Is this one of your hipster bands that you?"
Which is funny that he said that because he's one of the guys that was hanging around me when I started listening to this band. and he knows all of those songs. It's just he didn't know enough about it to know a band member's name.
Oh, right. That's what it was.
It was like that's what I was like. Yeah, buddy, I was in the car with you, not 2
Just a couple
months.
guys hanging out in the car.
The guys hanging out.
It was a
Just right
couple.
behind you.
Actually, it was a couple of guys in East Texas driving to a liquor store,
Nothing wrong with that.
which in a truck, I should say. And this song came on. He knew all the words. He knew what was up. So,
Oh, he knew it was up.
He was serenading you.
oh, it's true.
Two guys in a truck going
It's
to a
true.
liquor store.
In East Texas.
In East Texas.
Town.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. Thanks for that, guys. So that's the last time I'm ever going to record the podcast with you.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
come
not
on.
so
true.
rather
That's-
sensitive about it.
That's not true.
Come on.
Yes, I am sensitive about it, but it's not true. I'll record next week.
Excellent. Excellent.
You're excellent. Nothing weird about that.
Nothing weird about that at all. Hey, Sam,
Yes.
what you listening to?
I have been listening to. So I started to watch the Cowboys-Ravens game on Sunday, and we got a new car, and I'm going to be driving it a little bit more. So I wanted to. My wife wanted to make sure my 4Runner's all nice and clean, and let's get it all wash up. She goes, I'm going to take it down to the place and vacuum it out and all this stuff. And I'm watching the Cowboys game, and for the end of the half, Baltimore goes right down the field and scores. I'm like, I don't want to watch any more of this. I will take the 4Runner. I will get it washed and cleaned and vacuumed because I don't want to watch any more of this game. So I'm so disgusted with how I'm sure this game will turn out. And so I went out to the car. I put my Zune on and started listening to some football games on the radio.
Right.
Which is actually really cool. So I listened to the end of the Cleveland-Cincinnati game and then the start of the Seattle-New England game. And it's really kind of cool. It's definitely a different type of presentation, how you'd hear the play-by-play guy on TV versus on radio. It's got to be a lot more descriptive.
Sure.
You got to listen to the, how his voice changes, whether this is an exciting play going on or not. So it was really kind of cool listening to that. Reminded me of times when me and Jefferson would go camping, just a couple of dudes hanging out, nothing wrong with that. But we'd go and listening to, turn on the radio. We're sitting on the campfire, and a baseball game would come on, and just kind of man, it is really cool to listen to a baseball game on the radio.
Yeah,
Baseball seems to do really well on radio.
I have memories of driving across southern New Mexico and West Texas and southern Arizona to go visit my grandma, my dad, and he would listen to baseball games on AM radio because it was the only thing that you could pick up in that area was talk radio or a baseball game. So yeah, I have memories of that.
Yeah,
it was really pretty cool.
Yeah. What else was there? Oh, so new car. It's got Bluetooth on there, so I've been listening to anything I can through the Bluetooth. Just
Through your phone?
sync up the phone. Don't need to plug anything in. Just
That
that's
is
so
it's
nice.
really cool. Yeah, it's a really cool
phone
thing.
call comes in. Boop, one button. Hello. Boop,
How you
done.
doing?
Right, and then the music or whatever will pick right back up.
Very
So now
cool.
I've been syncing podcasts to my phone now instead of my Zune.
That
Or in addition
technology
to
is
this.
awesome.
Yeah, that is really slick. Jeffrey, what have you been listening to?
Well, I have been listening to the Major Nelson podcast. Also listened to What You Missed in History.
I missed listening to that podcast. I should probably start downloading that again.
Yeah, you should. It's nice.
Yeah.
And then also I did some Shuffle All, and I've listened to some Spotify. Kind of digging it.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with my Spotify premium purchase.
Yeah.
Although-
And I remember the night you're like, I can't get this on the phone. Yep. I'm premium now. Done.
Done. And so now I'm wondering, with the Xbox Music coming out, you may end up transitioning to that at some point.
Yeah.
So-
I could see that happening. I would like to see
Same price,
Right.
$10 a month.
I would like to see it have the kind of capabilities of Spotify, but also be able to download the songs.
Well, and my major thing is okay, am I going to be able to? What's going to happen to my Zune with Xbox Music coming out? Is it all going to transition? Am I going to be able to get some of this content on my Zune?
Right.
It has wireless. That's a big determining factor for me. Or maybe I don't want it to also work on my Zune because I'd run out of devices on my premium account. because I'd want it on the Xbox
Uh-huh.
for sure.
Right.
Play music through it through my my home theater system,
Right.
and I'd want it on my phone because it's going to be Android.
I think you can do 5
Is it 5 now?
5 now, I think.
Okay. Well, that would be all right. That would be
Yeah.
doable. So.
All right. Moving on to what you're watching.
Oh, welcome Grover Mellons.
Yes, welcome. Welcome, Grover Mellons.
Grover, that's Justin. Justin Grover.
Hello.
Just be a couple guys hanging out in the chat room.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with 4 grown men hanging out in a basement.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
No. Very close proximity to each other. Very close. Stop that.
All right. Brick,
Okay.
what you watching?
So,
than be creep Sam out.
other than watching Jordan laugh like a hyena, I watched the Broncos' amazing comeback this
Yes.
week.
That was good.
Really, really good game. Peyton Manning, 1 interception. That interception, totally not his fault. That guy, I think it was it Willis?
Oh, yeah. Patrick Willis.
Patrick Willis ran the complete wrong route. Manning called an audible, and Willis was like, "Oh, you want me to run a fade, right?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, I want you to run a comeback."
So I'll just do the
So I'll
exact
just do the-
opposite
I'll just
what
do the
you wanted
fade.
me to do?
Okay. All right. Great. So throws it directly to the San Diego Chargers defender and quarterback.
Jammer.
And Quentin Jammer runs it, like 60 yards
80
back?
yards, yeah.
80 yards back for a
Ugh.
touchdown. But it
Well,
all
that's
worked
just
out in the
But
end.
a great comeback. Neat thing about it is SportsCenter today ran the Peyton Manning's top 10 comebacks of all time. And
Yeah.
that was number 2 on his list.
Wow.
It was really incredible.
Biggest comeback on Monday Night Football. Only time a team had come back from 24 points down to win by 10.
Right.
that's
Wow.
Yeah. Incredible comeback despite Eric Decker tripping over an invisible wire as well.
That's right.
Also, went out to the movies this week. Saw 7 Psychopaths.
Oh,
Good.
Really, really good.
All right. Better
Very-
than Looper?
Nope. But
Different.
Very different. Yeah.
Right.
Apples and
Okay.
oranges.
Both are fruit.
both are movies.
So, yeah.
Okay.
But yes, 7 Psychopaths really good. Christopher Walken is just
He is amazing.
he is amazing.
To me, one of my favorite scenes with him is in Pool Hall Junkies, where he's doing the pep talk and he's giving his little monologue about lions and hyenas, and just awesome.
You want to talk about great scenes that he's done? Think about a movie, True Romance. You ever seen that movie?
I have not. If somebody could get a hold of that for me and maybe bring it over,
We talked about that last week.
Brick.
Yeah.
Did I say I thought I had it, but you said no, I haven't?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
you know what? Give me a minute, Jordan. Okay, it's not my fault you haven't seen a movie. Boom.
Yeah,
It is now.
Kind of is.
Kinda
Okay,
is,
maybe
yeah.
it kind of is now.
Yeah. Do you have it on DVD?
Yeah,
it's
because
on
you
DVD.
talked about it on Tuesday, and you were over here on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And
See,
so-
Jeffrey
and
has
you're
it
over here now.
Yeah. So maybe.
Oh, so it's my responsibility.
Yes.
Now, so it's just
Well,
supply you
yeah.
people.
I think
with-
we
Yes.
covered that already, Brick.
just in
Fine,
time.
fine,
It's
fine.
always good having you in here.
All right, bye, Justin.
But yes,
Oh, bye, Melon.
my
'Cause
my
you
favorite
left.
scene with Christopher Walken has to be the Pulp Fiction,
The speech.
the
watch speech.
the watch speech.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
Maybe
that was
that
a-
could have been our top 5 list for this week, was best Christopher Walken scenes.
Yeah.
But
There's a lot of them.
I think that solves it though. Next Wednesday, not this coming Wednesday, but next Wednesday should be True Romance on the Fire Pit Theater.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Okay,
Let's do exactly that.
Fair
deal.
enough.
So Rick, what else have you been watching?
I also watched a little bit of Buffy this week. Still continuing that show against my better judgment. Thank you.
You're only showing that you have no judgment, Brick.
It was against my better judgment. I have better judgment than that. I just wasn't using it.
Fair enough. Okay.
Then just Daily Show, Colbert, still really solid. Although I was kind of surprised last night's episode of the Daily Show, almost the whole thing committed to the vice presidential debate.
I'm sorry, Brick.
Sam knows what I'm talking about.
Just seen that out of the corner of your eyes. And if you see what he did,
No.
like I can see it right here in the corner of the screen. I can see him doing this. Watch, look at the screen. Oh my god!
We may have to edit that out just for editing reasons.
Oh my
'Cause
god!
No, it was great.
I'm
Oh, welcome
sorry.
back, Grover.
Anyway,
Sorry, Brick. Go on.
moving on from that.
from very serious discussion about politics and stuff.
Also watched the vice presidential debate. What I was saying is that I was surprised because usually both the shows, when there's a debate or some big event like that, they both cover it. Colbert, nothing about the vice presidential debate on
how
Monday's
about
show. Not a thing. But I did watch the vice presidential debate. It was interesting.
Okay.
Is that what you really want to call it, Brick?
Yeah, I mean, for
Really?
anyone that saw it, I mean, Joe Biden. Holy crap, man!
He's a little crazy.
He's a little crazy. He's crazy Uncle Joe. That's what I like to call him. But I mean, you know, I don't think I've ever seen somebody on a debate stage laugh so much in my entire life. Yeah, it's interesting.
All right.
But then watched South Park this week. This season is pretty solid so far.
Yeah, I've seen some funny stuff.
You know, I mean, last season, like the last half of last season, was just awful. It was really terrible. But I feel like this season they are kind of like How I Met Your Mother. I feel like they might be wrapping it up.
Really?
Wow.
I mean,
Say this and so.
well, just because they've been going for a long time. I
Yeah.
think they're kind of just like tired of it.
Yeah.
Could
And
be.
so, you know,
Running out of
They're probably just running out of steam for themselves.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
like
I
ready
mean,
to-
a lot of their, and I haven't watched much of it lately, but it seems like a lot of their shows are real topical events.
Yeah.
You know, and
Right.
if there's nothing happening in the news, I think they're all like, what do we do?
well, because I mean, most of the shows that they do now are topical events, and they all have like some underlying message, like some moral to the story
Right.
that has to do with some event going on in the world. And you're right. If they don't have anything like that,
Yeah.
they're like, oh,
Can we kill Chef again?
Who's Cartman's dad? Let's do that one.
right.
But then I just watched Walking Dead, as we talked about. Amazing show. Really, really great opener.
Yep.
28 seconds. 28 seconds. That's how long it took for, was it Rick to kill his first zombie in this season?
Yeah. What I want to know, how the hell did they make those silencers? Because I want to make one myself.
One of them was made out of a flashlight, and the other one was made out of something else. But such a powerful opening scene.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you realize, like, oh my gosh, they just went 3 minutes without anybody saying a word.
Right.
Not one word spoken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
no
cool.
dialogue.
And it's just like, but you know exactly what they're saying without saying it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
so awesome.
But yeah, really great show. And then the only thing I watched other than that was Comic Book Men. And I really love that show.
Yeah.
Jay and
It's
Silent
fun.
Bob's Secret Stash. This week's episode, however, made me cringe because there were children let loose in a comic book store, and that is not okay. Children let loose in a comic book store, unattended by parents, not okay.
Yep.
Noted. Brick.
No.
Just
Noted.
saying.
All right.
Anyway, Jordan, what you watching?
I also watched Comic Book Men. That, and I talked to Jeff and Brick about this. That show reminds me of when you guys owned cool stuff and had that open.
Yeah.
It's, to me, it just kind of reminds me of that.
Do you
Agreed.
know the premise of Comic Book Men?
No.
It's Kevin Smith, his comic book store out in Red Bank, New Jersey, and a lot of the people that you recognize from the movies actually run the comic book store, and so
Just
they have
a bunch of dudes hanging out in a
high-end-
comic book store.
Yep.
wrong
High-end
with that.
collectibles and comic books, and people come in and sell them stuff, kind of like what is it, Pawn Stars?
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, but then other things go on to
Yeah.
other
Shenanigans.
shenanigans for sure.
Yeah.
But then the whole thing is interspersed with the guys plus Kevin Smith sitting around a recording table.
One of the most awesome recording rooms
It's a poker table with the padded leather rail around the outside, and their microphones are in the center. They hang down.
No, I think they're just straight coming out of the.
Okay.
And they're those old, like almost like 40s and 50s kind of.
Yeah, like Frank Sinatra type
Yeah.
microphones.
Yeah, really cool. It's like, oh, if I had a lot of money, I would build us a recording room that looked like that.
Yeah, there'd be a lot we could do with a cool recording room like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, okay. So
cool.
we're still on me.
Yeah. Still
so
you.
I watched Comic Book Men, Big Bang Theory. I watched the most recent Office episode, I think, but I've also been rewatching some of the old Office episodes from I think season 2 and 3. So just kind of hanging out, watching those. They're my I guess most recent rewatch.
Yeah, I walked in on an episode where Jim tells Pam that he's in love with her, and then comes back and kisses her. I'm like, oh, I forgot what a big deal that was.
Yeah, and you like think about it now. We take it for granted that Jim and Pam are like married and have kids, but like
That was a huge
It was a really
deal.
awkward.
yeah, it is a huge deal. But like what I was looking for is I want the episodes with Karen Filippelli in them because I really like that chick. She's hot. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the actress's name is.
Rashida Jones.
Rashida Jones. There
Yeah.
you go. So hot.
Moved on to Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec. Yeah.
Different character, but
Daughter of Quincy Jones. Is that right?
Oh, I have no idea.
But
interesting.
I love is when that character is introduced to Michael Scott. He's like, wow, you're very exotic looking. Was your dad a GI? It's like, wow.
There is nothing like Michael Scott racism.
No, it's
It is-
very like he is.
It's very innocent.
Yeah, but he's like the pinnacle of awkward conversation.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't get any better than that, or worse, depending on which side you're.
Well, I don't know. Toby's pretty bad too.
Yeah. Hey,
What is your name? Mr. Black. Okay, I will not call you that.
So also staying up to date with How I Met Your Mother. Watched the season opener of Walking Dead. Continuing to watch Sons of Anarchy, Dexter, and Homeland. Homeland is still one of the best TV shows out there. Hands down. It is amazing. Now, all of those were great. The two things that I have watched that I've really gotten into, the Halo 4, I guess, miniseries,
Okay.
live action called Forward Unto Dawn. So good. Like, it's 20-minute episodes, and I have really liked it. I'm probably talking it up a lot more than I should just because of how much I like Halo. But I think I mentioned it last week. It really reminds me of Battlestar Galactica a lot.
really?
And I'm sitting here watching it, and I'm like, oh, wow, I really hope they don't. I really hope they take this somewhere because they could do a lot with this.
Yeah.
With this, I guess, canon and things like that, with this universe, they could make a show like Battlestar that would go for 4 seasons.
Unfortunately, it may be too much like Battlestar.
But you guys got to watch it.
Okay.
It's 2 20-minute episodes that are out right now, and I think it's going to be running until Halo 4 comes out every
that's
Friday.
cool.
Where would we find said episodes?
Right on your Xbox 360 dashboard, sir, or home page, whatever they call it.
Or
these days.
through Waypoint. I'm sure Waypoint has it
Yeah,
also.
they're definitely on YouTube as well, and I believe that they're going to be released in HD on the discs for the game on one of the collections.
I wonder
Nice.
if part of the reason that they're doing this is kind of showcase, like, hey, what do you guys think, movie producers? We could make a movie of this. Just saying,
Just
somebody pick this up
saying.
and run
I
with
would.
it.
I mean, granted, I would love to see a Halo movie. I would much rather see a Halo TV series. I would
Yeah.
like to see it be 12 hours worth of viewing in a year.
Then something
Right.
compacted into 2 hours.
Right.
Well, and also we've seen what they do to good video games in movies, and I worry that it would be something similar
Yeah.
with Halo.
Yeah.
Whereas a TV series, I feel like there's a lot more of the talent in Hollywood is really doing more television than they are doing movies, and I feel like they could get somebody more committed who would be actually better for the series.
Well, but you look at. I mean, I don't know. I have to use Battlestar as an example. You look at that. I mean, it started out as this little series, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, hey, we could do something with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And they did.
And they did, and it's often on people's top 5 lists of best TV shows of all time. So I really like it, though. And I would say any kind of sci-fi geek or anybody that likes Halo or anything like to do with that universe, they really should give this a try. Really good show.
All right.
Done deal. I'll check it out.
Cool.
Sam, are we moving on to you or is it just
Yeah.
Sam?
I watched Game 5 of the Cardinals Nationals. It was the do-or-die clinching game. It was really actually only caught the last little bit of it, but it was really entertaining. I'm sorry, not the Nationals. The Nationals were up 6-0, cruising to the win. It's in Washington D.C. The whole crowd's going bonkers. Oh, they haven't had baseball there for too long. They've obviously never seen playoffs, let alone the second round. They're all excited about it, and they're beating the defending champs, whatnot. And then the ninth inning, the Cardinals calmly put out their cigarette.
Right.
Went out there and then pulled the rug out from under them, and then left the
Came back with 4 runs or something like
4
that?
runs, and
Wow.
left something like that. But because I think they were just chipping away, 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, and then 4 runs in the ninth, and everyone was just. I mean, the commentators are there. They're in the stadium talking about the game, like trying to explain to the people watching on TV, like. You will not believe what the stadium is like now. I mean, just 5 minutes ago, they were, fans were jumping up and down,
Right.
getting all excited. Now they're just sitting there stunned and it's dead quiet. The only people you hear are 25 Cardinals players over here clapping. Hey, woohoo! Yeah, right on! Everyone's just stunned.
Yeah.
And
It's
they were at home.
heartbroken,
Yeah,
too.
they were at home, so they still had a chance to win the bottom of the ninth, but they were like so deflated they just kind of went down meekly.
Yeah.
But it's really entertaining game. It was cool to see. Sunday night, went over to some friend's house, watched the Packers-Texans game, and
Go Packers.
our boy Jordan Nelson had a fine performance. Right, Jordan? That's right. Watched.
Yeah, and if there's going to be a Packers scoring on the a Packer that is scoring on the Texans, yeah, and the Tekkens, it should be Jordy Nelson,
Yeah.
because that's me and Sam's.
That's our boy.
That's our boy Blue.
Nothing weird about that.
And then we're just a couple of guys who likes another guy. Not worried about that.
And would name their hypothetical child after
That's right.
that one guy.
Well, actually, yeah.
Together? Yeah, we would. My last name, definitely. Watch the end of
Wait,
the...
what's that mean, Sam? What are you trying to say here?
Stronger last name. I watched the... I don't know what that means. The end of the Broncos-Chargers game, I actually turned back to that just in time. And then last night, I get home and my wife was watching the first presidential debate, which we were going to watch live, but a tree fell on our car that night.
Right?
Got a little distracted, so we still on the DVR, so we watched that last night. And then tonight, up until I left for here, we watched the second one. And it's really kind of neat because I find myself watching not so much for the substance, but for the delivery, like I'm like a Olympic judge judging a routine.
Oh, he stuck that way.
Oh, yeah, no,
Very
it's-
Oh,
Very
nice. Oh, that's a good,
Yeah.
I thought, how well spoken they are or how clear they are. And whatnot.
9-11.
9/11. So anyway, it's really kind of presidential debates are pretty cool. I do wonder about the vice presidential debate. I mean, really, why do they? Vice presidents don't count for anything.
Well, no.
Just two guys sitting around a table talking, that's all.
Nothing weird about that. But no, they don't really count for anything. You're right about that. Because no one really cares about what the vice presidents have to say because they're not the ones who are actually going to be serving in office. But in this case, it did serve a slight purpose because Obama was so anemic in the first debate. Joe Biden's resounding performance in the second debate gave him a slight boost that he needed, and it rallied up the base a little bit more, which is something that you want to do this late in the election.
Right. I always feel like the vice presidential debate is like two kids arguing about my dad could beat up your dad type of thing.
Well put, Sam.
That is a solid analogy.
Thank you. Jeffrey, what have you been watching?
Let's see. I watched Boardwalk Empire. Great. Dexter is all right. Homeland,
I will
really good.
say this about this season of Dexter: it is not as bad as I thought it would be.
That's what I'm hearing.
It's not as bad as I thought it would be yet. It has potential.
It is
to be
not
better.
as bad as I thought it would be yet.
Give it time.
Yep. Fringe, How I Met Your Mother. Sons of Anarchy. Sons of Anarchy's killing it this season.
Oh my gosh, it is just nonstop, and I'm really psyched to watch that episode tonight.
Yep. The Office, The Mentalist, Big Bang Theory, of course.
BBT.
I watched. I'm not up to date with Saturday Night Live. I watched the Daniel Craig and Muse one today, and that was really funny. I really liked Seth Meyers on Weekend Update. His take on the presidential debate.
Yeah.
Is this the one where he did he was with Big Bird for a little bit too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did watch Comic Book Men. We watched The Avengers.
Oh,
for
right.
So Brick and Jordan have also watched The Avengers.
Yep.
Because we watched it at the Fire Pit Theater this week. Coming up, as we said, is going to be Fight Club, and then the next week will be
If Brick remembers.
True Romance.
It'll be True Romance. It'll be True Romance. Get off my...
Crawl up out of it, all right?
And I watched the second presidential debate as I was preparing the show today.
Cool.
So I watched it live streaming on YouTube.
Ah, very cool.
How about that? All right, let's move on to what you playing.
Wow, wait for us
Brick.
to stretch the weekly watches out.
We always do.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah,
weekly
yeah.
watches are always at least half an
That's
hour.
when we have our discussion
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Discussion time. Brick. Brick.
This week, hello.
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 How you doing today?
How are you today?
Oh, I saw that guy today. He was walking across the street when I was driving home.
Shut up. No way, really?
Yes. And I swear I was this close to rolling down the window and asking him how he was today.
How are you today?
All right.
He upgraded to earbuds. He doesn't have the...
It's just not the same. That's
effective,
probably why
yeah.
you didn't recognize him at first. So. Was he still rocking the Charlie Chaplin mustache?
Still with the Charlie Chaplin mustache. still with the Rockies.
I'm sorry, Jeff. That's called a
windbreaker.
toothbrush. I believe is his official name. It's a toothbrush.
It's called the Führer.
He may call it Mein Kampf.
Oh, wow.
Wow, okay, that got off the rails quick.
Oh wait. Oh, I'm the one that took it too far. Okay.
No. I started it.
Okay.
Get us out of this mess now.
I have been playing this week just a little bit of Borderlands 2. Really have not gotten to play that game as much as I want to. I've just had too much stuff to do, but can't stress enough how solid of a game that is. It's just really, really good time. Other than that, just playing a little bit of Madden 13. Had a few friends over, started playing that. Really, I like that. But it's going to have its problems, just like NCAA did.
Or any other sports game.
Well, no, not NBA 2K series is actually one of the most solid sports games.
Sega Sports 2K or Sega Sports. What was it? NFL 2K2.
NFL 2K5.
Oh yeah. Well, and see
2K5?
that was it was 2K series. They know how to make a good game, but
FIFA, from what I understand, is really solid too.
Right. But and that's the only one from EA that's really solid because EA, if they know how to do one thing, it is mess up a sports game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I've been playing this week. So how about you, Jordan?
I have also been playing Borderlands, and I enjoyed the game. I rented it. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I probably won't play it again. It didn't do it for me.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, no, it just didn't do it for me. I like shooters. I like RPGs. I like that stuff. But to me, it's not different enough from the first Borderlands.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I would say that I'd be hard pressed to be able to tell the difference between the two.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not saying it's a bad game because the first Borderlands was amazing. The second one is still a great game. It's just not enough of a game to hold my attention anymore.
Yep.
Yeah. So I did that, and then I've been playing on my Windows phone a game that I picked up for Xbox Live called Gun Bros.
Gun Bros.
Very cool kind of Smash TV or Maximum Carnage was another one that was in that kind of genre. So cool. It was a lot. It's a neat little game.
Top-down shooter.
Top-down shooter. Yeah, it's like what was that zombie one on Black Ops?
Oh, the Black Ops arcade.
Yeah, Black Ops Arcade. So it's that same kind of idea. So yeah, a lot of fun. just something to pass the time.
Cool.
Sam, what have you been playing?
Been playing a little NCAA. We thought we ran into an issue where we lost the dynasty again, and it turned out just the website was down, was not working. The league was still fine and whatnot, but I thought it was funny or ironic because I had just filled out some information as part of the class action suit against EA. Because I got an email from somebody. They're suing EA for having a monopoly on the games because they've purchased the exclusive rights and whatnot. So like, well, if you fill out all this stuff, if you bought any games between 2002 and 2012, the college football or the Madden, and 1 year they did arena football, that you could maybe get some money back. So I could get up to $54 back. Ooh. But they had you like
that's almost the cost of a new game.
Exactly. But they have this whole list. I'm like, oh, here, just check mark any of these games that you bought. Okay, that one. Oh, I bought all the college ones. Okay, and then that one Madden, and then that Madden. I'm like, it was like 9 games.
Yeah.
Wow. So
that you have not always been happy with, Sam.
Exactly. But I did fill this stuff out, sent the email back, got a claim number, whatever, and then like an hour later, I'm hearing all this stuff from other people that the dynasty is gone. I'm like, oh, EA pulled the rug out from under us.
Like, oh,
really?
Oh, I see what you're doing down here.
So, did that. I played a little Age of Empires Online. I've earned enough Empire points to pick up the Babylonian civilization for free.
AOEO.
Very cool. And that one's a little tough because that one starts out at 20th level, which is I know. I kind of like the training curve a little bit, kind of working your way up. Played a little Forza 4 because I'm sure that they would have a Subaru Impreza, which I just bought. So I went onto the game and found they have a 2008 Subaru Impreza WRX, which is like the real souped-up model. So I purchased it in-game, painted it the same color as mine, bought new rims for it so it looks just like mine, took a picture of it through in-game, the high-resolution one, like 9 megapixels, whatever, upload it to my Forza account, and then download it to my computer. It's now my wallpaper.
Oh, that's really cool.
On my computer, so it's like almost the exact same car, but me zipping around some corner at 150 miles an hour.
With your finger out the window.
That's right. Waving to the fans, and then I tried out the Nike Plus Connect training demo.
How was that?
Really cool. Very similar to the Your Shape Fitness, but I think it might have a neater training regimen for you because, like, you go through this process of this evaluation process, and they give you these different tests, and they have you doing stuff like they're testing your flexibility and your athleticism and your balance and whatnot. So they have these tests where you take your hands and you put them behind your back like this, and then turn your back to the camera, take a picture, and then do it the other way. And then they're trying to figure out how much flexibility you have. And they have another one where you stand on one foot and then you jump to the side and land on one foot, and they figure out how long it takes you to gain your balance.
Oh, okay.
Or they have another one where you just see how high you can jump up.
So it's kind of like a mix between Your Shape and Wii Fit.
Yeah, so it was really kind of neat. And they do this whole evaluation, like, okay, based on this and based on what you want to put in, if you want to get strong, get tone, or get more endurance or something like that. Here's the training exercise we got. I'm going to pick these, for you for the first week. So it looks really kind of neat. So
okay,
might pick that up down the road. Probably not when it comes out later this month for $59. Down the road when it's cheaper.
Sure.
And that is it. Jeffrey, what have you been playing?
All I've played this week is just a little bit of Borderlands 2, and I like it. I like the new.
You rented one, or
got it from
Redbox.
Redbox. Actually, we had 2 different copies.
Oh, okay.
But we didn't actually get a chance to play together because the night that we would have been able to play together, I just looked up at like 9 o'clock and I'm like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, this was not happening.
Right. Yeah, I was like, I have had one of the longest weekends ever, and it is stretched into Wednesday or something like that. Or Thursday. It had stretched all the way into Thursday because that was Thursday, wasn't it?
I have to get ready for the next weekend.
Right. Yeah. We was like, tomorrow is Friday. I need to go to bed right now.
Right. The nice thing though is Borderlands 2 is a game that you can rent from Redbox and play multiplayer.
Oh, cool.
Because I did have somebody jump into...
Yeah, I played with Justin Ramser.
Yeah. I had somebody jump into one of my games, too. So that was cool. All right, I think that is it for episode 190.
That's right.
Gentlemen,
10
We're
weeks.
we're coming up on 200 pretty quickly.
Gentlemen, pat yourselves on the back. Good job.
And take a picture with your Kinect camera
And then we're going to measure your flexibility.
Flexibility. So,
Hello.
yeah. So hopefully we'll be all up and running and maybe be able to record 200 down at the new kilt.
Oh,
Well, 10 weeks from now.
Yeah.
I would assume.
We'll be well open and up and running because we open on the 12th of November.
Wow. I can't
November.
believe that.
November bender.
I wonder how many.
I only have one more shift that I'm running at the downtown kilt, and that's this coming Sunday night.
Oh,
Yeah.
So otherwise, it's all just admin and getting stuff ready for the new place. So
And if not, we can always go and record at Cedar Creek Pub. And something just happened upstairs with the dog.
the dog's freaking out, man.
It's true.
How are you today?
maybe it's just a couple of dudes just hanging out upstairs. You know, nothing wrong with that.
It's better than hanging out in the basement with the couple dudes.
Yep.
What about a basement?
Might be twice as good because there's
All right.
twice as many of us.
Thanks for joining us, Grover Mellons. Happy to have you in. Feel free to jump into the show notes, and you can comment on what you've been playing and watching and
Listening to
listening to.
at pregamelobby.com.
Pre-game lobby.
Yep. All right, fellas, we good?
We're good.
Adios.
Brum.